Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington and for the global special interest, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. The political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disastrous trade deals, massive illegal immigration, and economic and foreign policies that have bled our country dry. The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they flee to Mexico, China, and other countries all around the world. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our country of its wealth, and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. The only thing that can stop this corrupt machine is you. The only force strong enough to save our country is us. The only people brave enough to vote out this corrupt establishment is you, the American people. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again. I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
It's Madison Jessiato, and we're back live from Trump Tower, and I'm here with Lara Trump. It's so great to be with you.
Thank you. Well, I'm so excited to be able to do this finally.
So tell me, how did it feel this morning to vote for your father-in-law?
It was incredible. You know, I actually, I got a little bit emotional for a moment. This has been such a process. I mean, almost 18 months. And as everyone knows, our family has been involved in this from the very beginning. And it hasn't been an easy 18 months. You know, we've all fought really hard and we've worked our hearts out. And to be there, to see his name on the ballot, to be able to fill that in, you know, I got a little choked up for a minute because I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of what he's done, the movement that he created across this country, and just reflecting back on the people that I've met and their stories and how much this means to them. You know, to be able to fill in the box there for him was it was incredible. I felt humbled and honored to be able to do it.
Now, besides this morning, what would you say is the most amazing experience you've had over the past 18 months on the campaign trail?
Oh, my goodness. There's so many. I think for me, the thing that I actually was surprised by is you know, meeting people and hearing their stories and how much that affected me. Because the reality is when you're out there and you meet people on the campaign trail, this is their life. And they're telling you, if Donald Trump doesn't win, you know, it's I don't know how I'm going to survive. I mean, these people are literally in tears talking to me, and it was really special that they confided that to me, and that they felt like they wanted to share that with me, and to know that, you know, we're all doing this because it makes a difference, and we want to make a difference. And I mean, that's why my father-in-law got involved in this in the first place, because he wants to make a positive difference for people all across this country, and you know, that's been a very special thing.
Well, he's inspired just so many Americans, specifically women. And I know you were on the Women for Trump tour. Tell us about that, and tell us about your last stop in North Carolina. What was that like? Yeah,
well, North Carolina is my home state, so I've been going there as much as I can throughout this process. And Women for Trump was a very sort of organic thing the way it came together. It was me along with several other women that know Donald Trump very well. And we kept hearing the negativity out there, the narrative that Donald Trump doesn't like women. He's got a problem with women. And we said, this is crazy. You know, we've got to get out there. We've got to talk to women. And I have to tell you, it was incredible, the reception that we got everywhere we went. Women coming up to us saying, what is this about Donald Trump not liking women? Every woman I know is voting for Donald Trump. And so we really targeted the swing states. We were in North Carolina a lot. We were in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, Virginia. So we really, I mean, we covered as much ground as we could. We had a great bus with Governor Pence's face and my father-in-law's face on the side of it, so you couldn't miss us. Every day down the highway, it was just constant honks from people, which felt really great, you know, to know that they were on board too. But it was really special, and we all miss each other already, this group of women. It was Lynn Patton, who's worked for the Trump family for almost 8 years, Omarosa, who a lot of people know from The Apprentice, Katrina Pearson, who I'm sure a lot of the Facebook Live viewers know, and then Diamond and Silk, who obviously are have sort of become famous now from their YouTube videos supporting my father-in-law. But it was a really special group, and I can't believe I got to experience that with them. It was really wonderful.
Well, I know you've shared with our viewers some of the exciting moments, but what is one thing that women really seem to be the most worried about that they want to see your father-in-law change, you know, in his presidency?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think national security is the thing that I hear the most from women, and that is only followed by Obamacare. You know, the healthcare premiums across this country have gone up exponentially and in numbers that no one would have ever guessed, and it's hurting people. You know, women are coming up to me saying, I've had to get a second and third job just to cover healthcare for my family, and that's not acceptable. This is the United States of America, and think about what was promised to us. Keep your doctor, keep your plan, save a lot of money. It didn't happen, and so I think women in this country want to know that they're safe, that they can afford their life, that they're able to make more money, you know, and that their families are going to be taken care of going forward. And that's why I think you're going to see a lot of women coming out for Donald Trump today.
I agree with you. And if you have a message that you could send to the voters who are maybe on the West Coast, haven't voted yet, and still have quite a few hours to vote, what would you say to them?
Well, I would just say, look, this is the most important election of any of our lifetimes. This is the election where we choose whether we're governed by the politicians or the people. And the only person that is going to work for the American people is Donald Trump. And this election is about change. It's about cleaning up Washington, D.C. It's about putting someone in there who isn't beholden to anyone but the American people. And you know, I would encourage everyone out there to think about that when they're going to the voting booth. And by the way, everyone should be voting, because this election is so important, and people have fought and died for our right to do this. Get out and vote. It's not just a right, it's a duty that we have as Americans.
Absolutely.
And, you know, when you're there in the voting booth, just remember who is working for you, who wants real change in this country. It's Donald Trump.
And before we end, we have to wish you a happy anniversary today.
Thank
we heard you have
you.
a special day, and so we wanted to wish you a happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. I know, who would have thought? Anniversary on election day, but here we are. So hopefully we get a great gift tonight.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington, and for the global special interest, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. The political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disastrous trade deals, massive illegal immigration, and economic and foreign policies that have bled our country dry. The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they flee to Mexico, China, and other countries all around the world. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our country of its wealth, and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. The only thing that can stop this corrupt machine is you. The only force strong enough to save our country is us. The only people brave enough to vote out this corrupt establishment is you, the American people. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.